Hey, bonjour. Very good afternoon to all of you. I'm Suchita, your French language instructor, back with a new webinar on everything about TEF, TEFAQ, TCFQ, TCF Canada, examination for Canadian immigration. Let's look at what all we will be covering today. Okay, but before we begin with this, I would like to tell, if by chance due to any power cut, due to any issue, if by chance it is disconnected, then try connecting on the same link again. Okay, do not panic. We'll reconnect on the same link again. So let's just start with the webinar, and I'll brief you out what all we will be covering today. Okay, so just give me a few moments. Yeah. So first of all, we'll discover what is the importance of TEF or TCF examination, number one. Number two, why you should take this examination, which is TEF or TCF. Number three, we'll be discovering all the different types of TEF, TCF, TCFQ examinations. Number four, we'll be looking at the examination structure. What all types of questions what all types of questions they come in the exam. We'll discover the examination structure. Number five, we'll look at what is the difference between DELF, and TEF, TEFAQ, TCF, TCFQ examination, because this is the most frequently asked question to us, that what is the principal difference between both these examinations, DELF and TEF. Next, we'll be discovering TEF and TCF examination in India. Where exactly does it happen? What is the cost of this examination in India specifically? Then we'll discover how many points does one can earn by giving TEF or TCF examination. How many additional points can you earn for your Canadian immigration? Next, how many hours of study is required if you want to clear your TEF or TCF examination with a good score? Next one, how should you prepare for your examination? Second last, we'll be covering who all should give this examination. Basically, this examination is beneficial to whom it is beneficial. And at the last, I would be taking all your questions. I would be, it would be basically a doubt clearing session. So keep your doubts, keep your questions till the end. I would be solving them one by one. Okay, good enough. Just let me know in the chat section. I'll go to the chat section. Just let me know. Are you able to hear me clearly? Is my video okay? Everything is okay? If everything is okay, just type audio visual, AV, in the chat section. If my audio and my video is clear to you. Just type AV. Okay, Sachin, Hiren. Video not clear. How come? I say clear. Voila. Everything is okay. Okay. Let's just begin finally with our first thing. What is the importance of TEF, TCF examination? So see, whenever you apply for any job opportunity abroad or maybe in India also, what happens, like for example, you know French language, but how will your employer get to know that you know the French language? For that, you will have to give a French proficiency test. Any French proficiency test which is recognized by Ministry of France, which is on which you have a stamp of French embassy, that is known as a French proficiency test, which is recognized globally by all the organizations. Those are known as French proficiency tests. So if you give any of the French proficiency test, that ensures the employer that you can read French, you can write French, you can speak French, you can listen French. So any proficiency test, it ensures it. Basically, you have to give the 4 examinations in any of the tests: listening, speaking, reading, writing. It's just like IELTS. So listening, speaking, reading, and writing, these are the 4 aspects of any language, LSRW. Any proficiency test judges you on all the 4 levels. Okay. So this is number 1. Number 2, if you appear for any French proficiency test, if you have a certificate, then it puts you ahead of others in any employment. Let's say there are 2 people who are applying for the same job opportunity, and one of them knows any foreign language. I'm not just talking about French, but any foreign language. If you know, you have higher chances of getting selected. Okay, so this is number 2. Now, this diploma, of course, you can use to enhance your career opportunities. Now, what are the different types of French language proficiency tests? Now I'm specifically talking about French. So what are the different types of proficiency tests that you have? You have DILF, you have DELF, you have DALF. These are all DILF, DELF, DALF. All of them are one category. The second category is TEF, TCF, TCFQ, TEF Canada, etc. Now, since today's webinar, I am taking only for TEF, TCF. So I'm telling you about this, that these are the examinations that we give for having a Canadian nationality, for having a French nationality, for having a French resident card. You can give this examination even for a Canadian immigration. I think most of the people out of you who all are attending the webinar today, they are principally attending it for Canadian immigration only. So we'll discuss all these examinations in detail in a while. So this was the importance of TEF, TCF examination. Now let's just discover what is TEF. TEF, the full form of TEF is Test d'Évaluation de Français. Test d'Évaluation de Français. This is the full form. Now, it was started by Paris Île-de-France CCI in the year 1998. This exam is recognized by French Ministry of National Education, Research and Higher Education. It was recognized in the year 2012. It is your one of the French proficiency tests, which tests your French language proficiency. How well do you speak the language? And it is one of the recognized examination in Canada, in France, and in a lot of Francophone countries. Like, for example, Luxembourg, you have Algeria, and in most of the African countries also, they recognize this examination, which is TEF or TCF. We'll also discover later on what is the difference between TEF and TCF also. Okay. Now, the next thing is why you should take this examination. Number one is it acts as an added benefit. It acts as an added benefit for all those people who want to study in France. For all those people who want to study in France, and also I would say who want to study in Canada too. Okay. One of the requirements, and I would say it acts as an added advantage if you want to immigrate to Canada. You get quite good points if you want to immigrate to Canada. It is one of the internationally recognized examination by employers and the University of France, Canada, and other Francophone countries too. Okay. Now, what are the different types of TEF examination? So see, before we even begin with this, I would like to tell you there are 5 different papers in TEF examination. Number 1 is listening, which we say as compréhension orale. Number 2 is speaking, which is known as expression orale. Number 3 is listening, speaking. We have covered writing, which is known as expression écrite. And number 4 is listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So reading is the 4th one. Reading is compréhension écrite. Number 5 is glossary and structure, which we will also discover. So 5 different examinations: listening, speaking, reading, writing, and there is one more, which is glossary and structure. Okay. Depending upon what is your purpose of giving your TEF examination, you have to appear for different examination. So it's not like that, for example, if you want to go for your studies in France, you don't have to appear for all the 5 papers. You have to appear for 2 papers, you have to appear for 3 papers, that we will discuss. So according to your purpose, your number of papers will, according to your purpose, yes, your number of papers will change. How many papers will you give and what all papers will you give? Number one is TEF for studies. Now this one, if you want to study in France, and I would say if you want to study in France in a French taught program, let's say you're going to study in a French university, and basically the studies, the program that you are applying for in France, that is a French taught program. So how will you ensure your university that you know French? So for that, you need to give this examination, that is TEF for studies, number 1. Number 2 is TEF for naturalization. That is known as TEF ANF. This is basically for getting the French citizenship. Number 3, if you want to get a resident card, French resident card, then you give TEF, number 3 examination, which is TEF for the resident card. Number 4 is TEF Canada. Now this one is the exam that you give if you want to apply for TEF Canadian immigration. if you want to apply for Canadian immigration. Now, Canada is a huge country. In Canada, you have different provinces. I would say in whole of Canada, they do not speak French. There are certain provinces in which they speak French. So out of them, one is Quebec. If you are applying specifically for Quebec, like for example, if you give this examination, which is TEF Canada, you can immigrate to any part of Canada. However, if you give this examination, which is TEFAQ, TEFAQ, this is specifically for the Quebec region. If you give this examination, you can go and you can settle, you can immigrate to the Quebec province in Canada. Now, this examination, which is TEF, it is valid for 2 years. Unlike DELF, it is valid for 2 years from the date you take the test. Let's say you took the test today, so it will be valid just like IELTS. You must have given IELTS till now. So just like IELTS, its score is valid for 2 years. Okay. Now we'll discover one by one all the types, whatever I've told you. We'll discover them one by one. The first one is TEF for studies in France. Now this one is people who are interested in studying in France. I already told you, if you are going to France, for studies in any of the university over there, and you're going to study a French taught program, the medium of instruction is French over there, then they ask you for giving this examination, which is TEF for studies in France. It is compulsory for an international students. Let's say you, if you are Indian, if you are not from France, if you are from any other country, you're an international student, then and if you apply for your first year of degree course, or let's say even for your post-graduation program in any of the French university, then this examination is compulsory because they are the French taught programs. How will your teachers, how will your university know that you understand French quite well? Now, there are 4 sections. I told you there are 5 papers: listening, speaking, reading, writing, and glossary and structure. Out of them, 4 papers are mandatory over here, which is oral comprehension. Oral comprehension is the listening. Reading comprehension, which is the reading one. Written expression. Written expression is the one which is, Written expression is the one which is your writing test, and glossary and structure, which is, where you get questions which is related to vocabulary and also for grammar. So here you are not tested on the basis of speaking skills. So you have to appear for these 4 sections. Now, coming on to the second type of TEF, which is TEF for naturalization. This is for the people who are aiming to get a French passport, who are aiming to become a French citizen. They are the ones who give TEF for naturalization. Here, 2 tests are mandatory: oral comprehension, that is the listening one, and oral expression, which is the speaking one. So listening and speaking are the 2 tests which are necessary for the people who are aiming to get a French passport or aiming to become a French citizens. Number 3 is TEF for the resident card. Now, people who are aiming to get a resident card from French government, for them 4 tests are mandatory. First one, that's written comprehension. Second one, that's oral comprehension. Third one, it's written expression, and the 4th one is oral expression: reading, listening, speaking, and writing, all the 4 tests. Now, I would like to tell you, these days, the TEF, most of the organizations have started taking TEF as e-TEF. No longer TEF is a pen paper based examination. So apart from I would say the speaking test, which is a face-to-face interview with an examiner, apart from that, all the other tests, they are computer based. Okay, so no longer it is a pen paper based, it is a computer based. So you should be very good in typing French in that case. This examination is equivalent to DELF A2 in terms of written, oral. This is so DELF A2 is not that, I would not say it's a very high level, but it is equivalent to somewhere DELF A2. Okay, now moving on to the next one, TEF Canada. I think, in fact, most of you who are here, who are attending the webinar today, are mainly for their Canadian immigration purpose. So for them, there is this 4th examination, which is TEF Canada. This is for the people who want to immigrate to Canada and become the residents of Canada. Now, if you give this examination, you earn quite good points. You earn quite good additional points if you score a certain level in this examination. We'll discover how much do you have to earn. How much do you have to earn? How much do you have to score in this examination in order to earn some good points? Now, how many papers are mandatory if you want to immigrate to Canada? So 4 papers are mandatory, which is listening comprehension, compréhension orale, the listening test. The second one is reading comprehension, which is compréhension écrite. This is your reading test. Third one is expression orale, which is your speaking test. And the fourth one is expression écrite, which is your written test. So LSRW, all the 4 sections are mandatory if you want to immigrate to Canada. LSRW is speaking, reading, and writing. The 5th paper, which is glossary and structure, that is not, you don't have to give if you have to immigrate to Canada. That is not required. However, if you are applying for Canadian nationality, in that case, 2 papers are compulsory: listening comprehension and oral comprehension. These 2 papers are compulsory if you want to have a Canadian nationality. Now, let's move on to TEFAC, which is Test d'évaluation du français adapté pour le Québec. Now, this is specifically for the Quebec region. I told you if you give TEF Canada examination, you can immigrate to any part of Canada. However, if you give TEFAC, then you are eligible to immigrate only to Quebec region. Cool. Now, the next one is here in TEFAC, 2 modules are compulsory. Listening comprehension, that is compréhension orale. And the next one is expression orale, which is your speaking test. So listening and speaking are the compulsory 2 tests if you want to appear for TEFAC examination. Now, marking system of TEF Canada, this is very, very important. How many questions come? How much time do you get? How many points are, total marks is how much, and what type of questions come. Okay, so as I told you before, that 4 tests are compulsory here: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So the first one is reading comprehension. Reading comprehension is the one which is the reading test, which in French is known as compréhension écrite. Okay, now here you get 50 questions. All the 50 questions are MCQ based. They are all multiple choice questions. In French, we call them QCM, questions à choix multiples. So all of them are multiple choice questions. All of them, no question you get as open-ended questions. All of them you get options. And out of them, only one answer is correct. It never happens that for one answer, you have multiple answers which are correct. No, only one answer would be correct. How much time do you get? You get 60 minutes for solving all the questions, and total marks is 300 points. That means you are rewarded in your reading test out of 300 points. Coming on to the listening comprehension, which is the compréhension orale, which is your listening test. Here you get 60 questions. Again, all of them are MCQ based. All of them are multiple choice questions. Out of all the options, only one answer is correct. You get 40 minutes for this, and you're rewarded on 360 points in your listening test. Coming on to the written expressions. Written expression is your expression écrite. Now here, this is rewarded on 450 points. Here you get basically 2 topics to write: Section A and Section B. On our YouTube channel, we have also uploaded the type of questions they ask in your written expression test. You get 60 minutes to do both the questions. So they are actually the long paragraphs that you have to write. It was just like IELTS. In IELTS also, there are 2 topics to write. Here also, you have 2 topics to write. Okay. Out of them, the first topic is about, they give you a newspaper article. They give you maybe first two to three lines they'll give you. And after that, they ask you to complete that newspaper article according to your imagination. That is number 1. Number 2 is writing a formal letter. So out of them, the second section, which is writing the formal letter, that has more weightage in comparison to marks wise. It has more weightage in comparison to section A. Okay. Now coming on to oral expression, that is expression orale, which is your speaking test. All of the first 3, they are computer based. The next one is expression orale, which is your speaking test, which is a face-to-face a viva kind of a thing with your examiner. Okay. There are 2 topics again. You get approximately 15 to 20 to 25 minutes, not more than that. And you're rewarded on 450 points. Here also you have two sections. The first section you get as in, there is a newspaper advertisement which your examiner will give you. And you will have to ask certain questions about that. Let's say the newspaper advertisement is about renting a flat, and you want to take that flat. So your examiner will play the role of the person who has published that particular ad in the newspaper, and you have to ask certain questions about that advertisement because you're interested in taking that flat, so taking that apartment. So you need to ask certain questions to your examiner. That is number one. Number two is you have to, the section B, the second topic is, that's informal, that you have to convince your examiner for something. Again, you will have a short, you will have, a topic. You'll have to read that, and accordingly, you have to convince your examiner for any XYZ thing, whatever topic has been given to you. Cool. Now, these are the 4 papers which are mandatory in TEF Canada. This is very important. Before 29th February 2016, there was a negative marking in TEF. That means when you used to mark your MCQ answers in your TEF Canadian examination, then if you mark any answer to be wrong, there are 3 possibilities. You leave the answer as blank, you mark it wrongly, and you mark it correctly. Or there is 4th option where you mark multiple answers. Okay. So when you don't, I'm explaining you the scenario before 29th February 2016. So if you do not mark any answer, then you get 0. If you mark any answer wrongly, or if you mark multiple answers, then you get minus points in that. And if you answer it correctly, of course you get positive points. But now, starting from 29 February 2016, there is no negative marking in TEF. Even if you mark it wrongly, you will be rewarded as 0. So that's a good news for all of us. Sometimes it happens that, in multiple choice questions, you are confused that, okay, A will be the answer or C will be the answer. For the fear of getting the, negative marking, sometimes there are students who are not able to mark it, A or C. But now, since there is no negative marking, so hit and trial methods sometimes can also work over there. Okay. So there is no negative marking now. Now, coming on to TCF. Now, what is the full form of TCF? Test de connaissance du français. This is TCF, Test de connaissance du français. It has the same pattern, same style as TEF. However, some questions might vary. Their pattern of marking you might be different. But if I talk about the studies of TEF and TCF, they are all the more same. Okay, just like, this is one of the frequently asked questions to us, that what is the difference? Should we appear for TEF? Should we appear for TCF? That doesn't matter at all. Both examinations have same purpose, same pattern, same style. Everything is same for all of them. So you can appear for any of them. Just like TEF, here also you have 5 different examinations. It's on the same pattern. The first one is TCF. For, if you want to go for studies over there, studies to France, there it was TEF. Here you have TCF for studies. The next one, TCF DAP for study in France, especially as a first-year undergraduate. If you are a first-year undergraduate student, then you have to appear for TCF DAP examination. The third one, which is if you want to settle in France. If you want to have a French nationality, French passport, if you want to have, then you appear for TCF for French nationality. Fourth one, there it was TEF Canada. Here you have TCF Canada for permanent residence in Canada for immigration to Canada. And there it was TEFAC, which was specifically for Quebec region. Here you have TCFQ, which is specifically for the Quebec province in Canada. Okay. So both are equivalent to each other. Again, both exams share same goals, same purpose, same pattern, same style. There might be a little difference in marking system. Okay. Now, talking about, again, the second most frequently asked question, what is the difference between DELF and TEF TCF? Now, the difference between all these examinations we have already covered. TEF, TEFAC, TCF, TCFQ. What is the difference between DELF and TEF principally? So, see, TEF is, in fact, even before this, I would like to explain you, there are 6 levels in French. Okay, starting from A1, Moving on to A2, B1, B2, C1, and C2. There are six different levels. So A1 being the most basic one and C2 being the most advanced one. So in DELF examination, you have different levels: DELF A1, DELF A2, DELF B1, DELF B2. Then for C1 and C2, we do not call it DELF, we call it DALF. DALF C1, DALF C2. So it's like that: DELF A1, DELF A2, DELF B1, DELF B2. Then you have DALF C1 and DALF C2. Okay. Unlike this, so for example, today you feel that you are prepared for your DELF A1. I mean, you consider yourself at A1 level. I'm sorry. Tomorrow you go and you register yourself in for DELF A1. You give your examination, you're okay. Okay, you get your certificate. That certificate ensures that you are right now at A1 level. Tomorrow, if you feel that I'm prepared for A2, you can go and register yourself for DELF A2. You give your examination, you get your certificate. Similarly for DELF B1, DELF B2, DELF C1, DELF C2. So it is divided into different levels. Unlike DELF, TEF examination is one single examination for all the levels. So basically in one single paper, you get questions of all the levels: for A1, for A2, for B1, B2, C1, C2. For all these levels, you get questions in one single paper. So according to the questions you attempt, according to the type of questions you attempt, the examiner is going to reward you your level. So it's like, as a student, you cannot decide your level. There's nothing like TEF A1, TEF A2, TEF B1, no. This is one single examination specific, and similarly for TCF also, that's one single examination for all the levels. Okay. Now the validity of DALF, that never expires. Okay, there is no as such expiry date for DELF or DALF examination, but for TEF TCF examination, the validity is 2 years. After 2 years, let's say you gave your examination before 2 years, then you will have to retake the test because your score has been expired. So it's just like IELTS. In IELTS also, your examination is, your score is valid for 2 years. So similarly in TEF, your score is valid for 2 years. Okay. Now moving on to TEF or TCF examination in India. So what are all the different centers which conduct this examination? What is the fees? All this we are going to take into account. Now in India, this examination, both of them, TEF or TCF, they are organized by different branches of l'Alliance Française. Now, Alliance Française is the official, official organization which organizes this exam. There are different branches of Alliance Française. It is there majorly in all the cities. Like for example, in Delhi it is there, in Bhopal it is there, in Mumbai it is there, Chennai. Take any Ahmedabad, it is there. Kolkata it is there. Trivandrum it is there. So majorly all the cities you will find Alliance Française. But in all the Alliance Française, they do not take this examination. So if you are in any XYZ city, you will need to call their front desk first. Just call their front desk and ask them, do you conduct this examination? And also, there are different branches which conduct different examination. Like for example, if I talk about Alliance Française de Delhi, AFD, Alliance Française de Delhi, it conducts only TCF examination. It does not conduct TEF examination. So that depends from branch to branch. They conduct TEF, they conduct TCF, or they do not conduct any of the examination. Okay. So for that, you will have to go and ask them. And due to COVID these days, there are certain centers which are not taking exams at all. Like for example, I know about Mumbai, Alliance Française de Mumbai, they are taking exams, TEF examinations. But if you talk about Alliance Française de Chandigarh, for this year, they are not taking any examinations, as far as I am informed. Okay, so for that, these are some of the prominent centers that I have mentioned. But apart from that, there are many. So just call their front desk and ask them. Okay. How about the examination fees? Now, examination fees, that depends from 15,000 to 25,000. I'm specifically talking about India. That depends from 15,000 to 25,000, depending upon how many papers you want to give. So I would say principally it is about 5,000 per paper. So for example, if you want to give your TEF examination for your Canadian immigration, 4 tests are compulsory: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So the cost is about 20,000 something, 20 to 21,000 in between that, including GST and all. So yeah, and that depends from center to center as well. So you need to call. This is just an approximation that I've given you. So approximately it is about 5,000 per paper. And that depends from country to country also. In which country you are giving your examination. If you're giving it in Dubai, it would be different. If you're giving it in Canada, it would be different. So it depends. It's country based. Now, this is something very important. Points to earn for Canadian PR by giving your TEF and TCF. For this, I would not explain you through a PPT. In fact, I would show you the live demonstration over here. So just be with me. Yeah. No, this is not the one. Yeah. So this is the website which calculates actually your CRS score. What is CRS? CRS is Comprehensive Ranking System. So this is the official website by Government of Canada where you can go, where you can calculate your CRS score. I would now show you the live demonstration. So observe it very, very carefully. I would now show you how does it affect if you give your TEF examination. So there are certain questions which you need to answer over here. These questions, they do not interest us, what I want to show you, but I'm just filling it according to me. Maybe, okay, I am married. Let's keep it single. Okay. How old are you? Let's say 29 years. What is your level of education? In my case, it would be master's degree. Have you earned a Canadian degree, diploma, or certificate? No. Official languages are English. Okay, so the first test that I have appeared for, are your test results less than 2 years old? So I told you the validity is 2 years. So I say yes. Which language test did you take for your first official language? So that's, let's say for English, I will say IELTS. So since this does not interest me, so I'll select all the highest score possible because that doesn't interest me for the moment. Okay, now comes, do you have any other language results? So let's select TEF Canada over here. Okay. Now this thing has to be observed very, very carefully. There's another website which actually shows you the mapping. Okay. Now here I would explain you, these are the scores. Okay. Like you have scored out of like, the total score is between 0 to 120. It is 121 to 150. What is your score? And that is also, dependent. Like for example, comprehension écrite. That is your reading test. Then this is your comprehension orale. That is your listening test. Then you have expression écrite, which is your written test. And then you have expression orale, which is your speaking test. So I'll just explain you in one of them, because for all of them, it is all the more same. So let's say in your reading test, I'm taking about the reading test. Okay, so in the reading test, let's say if you have scored somewhere between 0 to 120, which is the lowest score possible. So you are at a CLB level between 0 to 3. Okay, and your level is between A1 to A2. Okay, let's move on to a one upper level. If you have scored somewhere between 121 to 150, you are at a CLB score, which is also known as NCLC. So NCLC, CLB, they are both same. So you are at a CLB, you have a CLB score of 4. And right now you are at B1 level. In B1 also you have 2 levels. We call this one as B1 and this is B1 plus. Similarly, this is B2, this is B2 plus. This is C1, this is C1 plus, like that. So similarly, if you have scored somewhere between 151 to 180, then you are at a CLB level 5 and you are at a B1 plus level. If you have scored in between this, you are at CLB 6 level, you are at a B2 level, likewise. Okay. Now, let's just select the lowest score possible. Like, for example, if you see over here, comprehension écrite. Now, just go over here. Comprehension écrite is your reading test. Reading test is this. Just see what is the lowest score possible. That is 0 to 120, which is the same over here. Now, going on to the next one, comprehension orale, which is your listening test. Yeah, this is your listening test. So the lowest score over here is 0 to 144. Listening test 0 to 144. That's same. Now, talking about expression écrite, which is your written test. Written test is between 0 to 180. Written test 0 to 180. That's the lowest score possible right now. And this is expression orale, which is your speaking test. In speaking test, the lowest is 0 to 180. That's 0 to 180. Cool. Now, work experience, let's say for now, no, this does not interest me. Okay. Do you have certification for qualification for Canadian? No. Do you have a valid job? Okay, say yes. Or let's say for the moment, we'll select it no. Do you have any nomination certificate? No. Do you or your spouse common have at least one brother? Let's say no. Okay, and now is the time to calculate the score. Okay, so here are the results. Talking about the second official language. For first official language, it was IELTS, so I selected the highest score. Now, second official language, since it was your lowest score, in lowest score you were about at A1 or A2 level. So here you do not get any points if you are at the A1 or A2 level, and there is no additional score also which you get. So for now, your grand total is 431. Just keep the score in your mind. I'll show you how does it affect. Okay, now we'll select one score which is above. So in speaking test, if I show you, this is your speaking test. The one above score was 181 to 225. Likewise, I'll select for all of them. One score above. If you take one score above and calculate the score now. We'll calculate the score. Again, in your second official language, you get 0. So that means if you are at this level or this level, you do not get any additional points. Okay, any points you do, any additional points also, and you do not get any points. So your score would be 431 only. It remains same. Now let's just go to one step ahead. This is the third score from below. Third score from below. So if I show you here, it's comprehension écrite. Comprehension écrite is your reading test. So in your reading test, this is the third last, which is 151 to 180, which I have entered over here. Now let's just calculate the score. Okay, and if you are at this level, which is CLB 5 level, you are at B1 plus level. In that case, you get 4 points. So 1 point each. 1 point for reading, 1 point for writing, 1 point for speaking, and 1 point for writing. 1 point each you get if you are at CLB 5 level. However, you do not get any additional points. No additional points are rewarded if you are at CLB 5 level. Now, let's just go one step again ahead. Okay, fourth score from below. So if I show you fourth score from below is in reading, it is 181 to 206. 181 to 206. Yeah, this is the fourth from below. And now I'll calculate the score. So here, how many points do you get? Again, you get only 4 points. 1 point each for listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So you get 4 points. And earlier your score was 431, which increased to 435. If you are at CLB 6 level, right now you are at CLB 6. Okay. Now let's just move on to CLB 7 level, which is the fifth one from below. Okay. Now this one is the fifth one from below. 249. Here you have 207. So that is your 207 to 232. I'm just showing you one of these. All of them, rest of them you can map yourself. So now if I calculate my score, so now you get 12 points. 12 points as in you get 3 points each. 3 points for reading, 3 points for listening, 3 points for writing, 3 points for listening, speaking, reading, and writing. 3 points each for all the 4 tests, so 12 points. And now you get 50 additional points. These 50 additional points were not there when you were at CLB 6 level or 5 or 4 or 0, 1, 2, 3, any of these levels. These 50 points you get only when you are at CLB 7 or above. So if you are at CLB 7 level, how many points you have earned? 50 plus 12. So that is equivalent to 62. So your score increases to 493. So this score, yeah. Before October 2020, these additional points were 30. But now after October 2020, Canadian government, it has increased its additional points from 30 to 50 now. So you get 62 extra points if you, 50 additional points and 12 points for each one of them. But these 50 points you get only when you are at a CLB 7 level. So if you score CLB 7 in TEF TCF, you get 12 points, 3 points each for LSRW and 50 additional points. Okay. Now, there are some people who ask me that we need just, 4 points. We need just 3 points. We are lagging with the 3 points. We just need 4 points. Then in that case, you do not need to have CLB 7 score. In that case, you need even CLB 6 would work. Even CLB 5 would work in that case. Okay. But your major score shoots up only when you have CLB 7 score. Now, the next question is, how long does it take to clear TEF or TCF examination? So, I told you, if you want to earn additional 50 points, then you should be at least at a level of CLB 7. Now, CLB 7, if I talk about in terms of DELF, this is more or less equivalent to DELF 8. B2. This is equivalent to DELF B2, and it takes generally about 200 to 250 hours of classroom studies that it takes, and usually it takes about 1 year, 1.5 years to prepare for TEF or TCF examination, because it is not that easy an examination to appear for. A1, A2, it is fine, but when it comes to B1, B2, they ask quite high level questions, and to express yourself, to in terms of writing, in terms of speaking, it takes time. It's a new language. It will take time to adapt. So it takes about 1 to 1.5 years that I usually say. Okay. The next one. Why I am qualified to train you? One of the most frequently asked questions. What is my qualification? So my qualification is I've cleared my DALF C1 from Alliance Française de Delhi, and recently I cleared my DALF C2 as well from Alliance Française de Paris. Okay. Now next is I've done my MA French from Delhi University GRS department, Germanic and Romance Studies department. Masters in Art French I've done from Delhi University. Then I've taken my French language training from LSI Paris. What is my experience? My experience is I've taught more than 8,000 students from 25 plus countries. We have students from majorly all the countries right now. I'm India's most followed French language trainer with more than 1.5 lakh YouTube subscribers. Facebook, on Facebook also we have got followership of more than 10,000 people. I have trained more than 500 students. If you talk about specifically for TEF examination, in last 4 years, I've trained more than 500 students till now. And we have collaboration with India's most prestigious schools and colleges. So this is my qualification and this is my experience. Now next, these are the details of our upcoming batch for TEF or TCF examination. Our latest batch for all those who are interested in knowing about our upcoming batch, which is beginning from 26 September 2021, they can stay with us. The people who are not interested in this, they can leave. That is their choice. Okay. Now, let's just start. So start date of our next upcoming batch is 26 September 2021. That is a Sunday. The classes would be thrice a week. 2 hours each. In fact, okay, I'll come to that later on. Thrice a week, which would be Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Each class would be 2 hours each. Total duration of the course is 108 hours coming. We cover it in 5 months. We say that it is 5 months, but usually the batch stretches up to 6 months too. Depending upon if I feel that I have, I need to take more number of classes, or I feel that students are not prepared enough, or, the syllabus is not done, then it stretches up to 6 months also. So this is just the tentative hours that we give you. Usually, I'll talk about my past experience. Usually, I take about 140, 130, 145 hours like that. Okay. Apart from this, now this is something which is newly introduced starting from 2021. Apart from classes which is thrice a week, which is on Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Apart from that, I have introduced 1 hour complimentary speaking class. So what do? Let's say we have X number of students in the class. We make groups of 2, and we assign them a situation each week for speaking, based on what we have studied in the current week. Whatever we have studied, I'm going to assign you a situation. And in groups of 2, it will be your homework. You have to prepare a dialogue with your partner, which you have to present in the speaking class. Speaking class always takes place on Wednesdays. So principally, you have 4 classes in the whole week: Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, it is 2 hours each, and Wednesday it is going to be 1 hour. Okay. All the study material, ebooks, everything is provided by us. Ebooks we provide you, but we recommend you that you buy some of the books, which are really important, because it is better to study from a physical copy of the book, where you can underline the things, where you can make your notes. So that way it is good. But anyways, we provide you the ebooks of all the books. Okay. Now classes will cover all the 4 sections of the language: speaking, listening, reading, and writing. Okay. What are the class days and timings? Thursday, it is going to be 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. IST. We have kept these timings keeping in mind for all the working professionals who cannot attend the classes during the day. So by 8 p.m., generally everybody is free. So 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., it is on Thursday. Saturday and Sunday, it is going to be 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. IST. And the charges for the complete course is 39,999. For the last time, this fees has been fixed from last, I would say, 2 to 3 years. This fees has been fixed, but after this batch, after September, whatever batch I'm going to begin in 2022, the fees is going to hike. Okay, so yeah, this is the fees. These are the class timings. And yes, for the speaking class, I'll tell you the timings are 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. IST. It is going to be on Wednesday. Now, what all you will get? This is important. It might be possible that with us today, people are watching the webinar who have already registered with us. So for you as well, it is important. Of course, you will get the preparation for all the, you will get TEF TCF Canada examination. I would be preparing you thoroughly, in the sense that in the end, I actually make you the exact sample papers of TEF TCF examination 2. Now, curriculum for complete DELF A1, DELF A2, DELF B1, and topics of DELF B2. I should not say even DELF over here. I should say curriculum for A1, A2, B1, and B2, because not all the topics for B2 are asked in the exam. So whatever portion of B2 is required for your score, CLB 7, that we cover in the classes. Okay. Now, this is also one of the questions which student asked me: if we are appearing for TEF examination, is it required that we appear for DELF examinations too? It is not mandatory, but it is recommended. Because if you appear for your DELF A1 examination, DELF A2 examination, DELF B1 examination, then ultimately you are preparing yourself for TEF examination only. Because in DELF also you have listening, speaking, reading, and writing, all the 4 sections that you get in TEF also. So if you give your examination separately, that ways you get your, you get your confidence that, okay, I've cleared my A1 examination. Now I can solve all the questions which will be asked for A1 examination in TEF. Similarly for A2, similarly for B1, B2, like that. Okay. Complete 5 months access to course updates. You get fast and friendly support and doubt clearing. Generally, your doubt clearing happens in class itself, but you can drop your doubts on WhatsApp as well, WhatsApp is managed by my manager. Her name is Megha. So she manages WhatsApp. She readily replies you within, within that day itself, she replies you generally. Okay. Now, this is something which is important. Okay. I'll show you what all do we provide you. So on this website, learnfrenchbysuchita.thinkific.com, we have basically 3 websites, learnfrenchbysuchita.thinkific.com. The second one is steph.thinkific.com, and the third one is learnfrenchbysuchita.com, which is our official website. Okay. Now on this website, we have 3 courses, which is French language beginners course. The second one is French language complete grammar course, and French language speaking and communication course. So these 3 courses, which are worth rupees 19,997, these courses you get. All these courses you get if you apply for your September batch. You will get the recordings of all these. Basically, you will get all these courses. Okay. Now, out of these, these 3 courses are a prerequisite. So generally, I say that, doing these 3 courses, it requires about 1.5 months to 2 months to do them. So people who enroll with us in our live batches, they enroll with us about 1.5 months, 2 months before. Because what happens if you enroll at the end, most of the people who have enrolled with us even before, they have already done with these courses. So a student who joins late, sometimes he or she has that feeling that we are left far behind. So this is something we always say, if you want to join with us in any of the batches, join with us at least 1.5 months before, 1.5 months, 2 months, 1 month, at least 1.5 months before. That is, now you need to start with this course. If you're registering with us in the September batch, you need to start with this course, French phonetics course. After that, you need to watch all the videos sequentially. After that, you move to French language beginners course. Watch all the videos sequentially. It has 149 lessons. These are basically videos in which I'm teaching on a whiteboard, just like I do on my YouTube channel. And these are our paid courses. Okay. This course, French language complete grammar, we also provide you this, but this you need not do it because all the videos which are there in grammar course, they're already there in the beginners course. So if you do the beginners course, automatically this course would be done. So we say that these 2 courses, French speaking and communication and beginners course, these are a prerequisite for our students who enroll with us on live batches. Of course, in the live batches, I begin from very, very beginning only. But then since it is a fast-paced course, most of the students, they ask me this as well, that, Suchita, you are saying that preparation of TEF requires 1 year, 1.5 years. Then how come you're doing it in 6 months? How come you're doing it in 5 months? First of all, it is not a 6-month program. We say that we provide you with certain courses which you have to do, which takes about 2 months to do them. So it's something which is extended, 6 months plus 2 months, we say 8 months. Apart from this, most of the calls that we receive from people, they are working professionals. They say that they do not have that much time to prepare. They do not have that much time. They cannot give 1 year, 1.5 years to prepare for this exam. So for them, we designed this course, which is a fast-paced course. And if you're joining this course, be very clear in the mind that we say these 2 courses are a prerequisite. Number 2 is that every day, apart from the classes, we ask you to study for at least 3 hours daily. If you can devote that much of time, 2 to 3 hours daily on your self-study, only then join the batch. Because we assign you with a lot of homework. From the activity book, we are going to give you some listening exercises. We are going to give you some reading exercises, some videos to watch. A lot of things would be there. So this much time will go away. It might take even more than that, but I'm just saying you 2 to 3 hours is the time that we ask you that you have to devote. Okay. If you cannot do that, then you should go for normal paced courses, not for fast track courses. Okay. Now, these are the 3 courses that we provide you. Number 4 course is This one. Now on this website, tef.thinkific.com, you have 3 courses, which is TEF March 2021, TEF January 2021, and TEF June 2021. This batch has been finished. This batch has also recently been finished, and this batch is ongoing. That is why it is just it has just 28 lessons. So if you enroll with us in our live batch for September, you also get the recordings of TEF January 2021 batch also. Okay, so basically, even before starting with the live batch, you will have all the recordings of the past batch. Okay, now if you see the TEF January batch, and if you see its outline, you will have class 1, class 2, dialogue conversation. So these are the dialogue conversation classes, are the ones which I take usually on Wednesdays. Okay, so this is the one. Now, one more thing, there is a free preview of the video which you can watch. Now just go to this website, which is learnfrenchbysuchita.com. If you go to this website, go to this course, TEF TCF course. There is a free preview. The first class is a free preview. You can watch this. This is actually the free preview of one of my live classes only. But while watching the video, you might feel that, this class is not from the beginning. You know why? Because for the people who enroll with us in our live classes, we say, I told you that these courses are compulsory. These courses are a prerequisite. So all the people who have already enrolled with us in our live, these are the live classes recordings only. They've already done those courses. So for now, for you, it might not be a beginner thing. But once you do with these courses, then it becomes really easy, starting from class 1 itself. So you can watch a free preview before joining with us. This was all about what all you will get. Video lectures, I've told you, on tef.thinkific.com, on learnfrenchbysuchita.com, and also you get all the complete recording of your present batch also. Okay, let's say you will be the part of September batch, so you will get all the recordings of your present batch too, because sometimes it happens that you're not able to attend the class because of any XYZ reason. So we provide you with all the recordings of the present batch also, so you can go back and watch the videos, and you are not left behind in that case. Okay, practice and accountability partner, I told you, we divide the class into 2 in groups of 2, and that means you get your speaking partner, which would be same throughout your session. So who all should join this batch? The next one, all those people who are preparing for TEF TCF examination, TCFQ examination, this batch would perfectly suit them. People who are planning or aiming to shift to any francophone country, even it would suit them also. People who want to learn French language till advanced level in a shorter duration, who do not have 1 year, 1.5 years to do the advanced level, it might suit them as well. And people who want to make a career in the French language, in the sense they want to become a French language trainer, or they want to become a French language expert, in that case, you can also join this batch. Now coming upon this one, how can you join the batch? So for that, we have got 2 payment links, which I would copy them in the chat section as well. The first one, if you're making the payment, both of the links are okay. You can make the payment on any of the link. Yeah, the first link, if you're making any payment from your Indian bank account, then the first one would work. And if you're making it from your international bank account, then the second one would work. Basically, the second one would work in both the cases, even for Indian banks, even for the foreign banks. But the first one would work only for the Indian banks. So any of these is good for me. Okay. Charu says, I have bought your TEF course recording, but did not receive any access to other 3. Yes, Charu, because you have purchased this course. You have purchased our recorded course. You are not the part of our live batch. And in that case, if you have purchased our recorded batch, then we provide you with this course. And if you go to this, go to the course curriculum. See, you have all the videos for French speaking and phonetics. All the videos which are there. So you must have got, I'm really sure that you must have got this course with you, French speaking and communication. About the other 2 courses, which is actually one course only, French language beginners course, because all the videos which are there in this course, they're already there in this course. So this course is specifically for the students who are, who join our live batch, who have, 1 month or 2 months for the preparation. So for them, it is the case. But in our live batch, I start from very beginning only. So you do not have, you do not need to purchase this course specifically. And yes, there was one more thing. Till November 6th, Government of Canada has opened its has come up with a new program wherein the people who are staying in Canada, who are working in Canada, who are studying in Canada, they do not require to get CLB 5. They can get just CLB. They are not required to get CLB 7 for their immigration purpose. They can just have CLB 5 if you appear for your examination. If you appear for your examination before 6th of November. Okay, so in that case, of course, live classes will not suit you because our next batch, it begins from 26th of September. Our next batch begins from that, so it will not suit you at all. So in that case, we can say that you can go for this particular course. These are the recordings of our live batch only. So this is the perfect course which you can which you can buy. Chandra says, do we get lifetime access to the videos? If you are purchasing if you are going for the recorded course, then for TCF course, the validity is 2 years. You get this particular course for 2 years. However, if you get so if you enroll with us in our live classes, then this course, and this course, these 4 courses would be available with you till the end of the batch with us. I'm repeating, these 3 courses and this course would be available with you till the end of the batch. Let's say you will start on 26th of September. Let's say we end somewhere in March 2022. So these 4 courses would be there with you till March 2022, whatever date we end. And the recordings, there is also the 5th course, which you get the recordings of your present batch. Those will be there with you till 1 year. So for that, we have provided the validity for 1 year. Apart from that, this course and all these courses, you will have the validity till the end of the batch with us. Okay, yes. So there is a student who is asking me, and now you can, ask me all your questions. This is the time of Q&A. I would be answering all your doubts. So Arshveer asks, can we pay the fee in 2 installments? Yes, you can pay the fee in 2 installments. 50% of the fee is payable right now, and 50% of the fee will be payable in the beginning of September. Okay, so 50% right now, 50% by the beginning of September. You can pay it in 2 installments. Okay, so I'll go just a little down. I'm reading all the chats after the payment link. When it is going to start the upcoming batch, I told you it is going to start from 26th of September. The next batch, but the best time to enroll is right now, because 2 courses you have to do. It will take you time to do them, and you need to do them thoroughly. I already answered to this. Do we get lifetime access to the videos? That's before 5th of November, yes. What all modules are required for TEF Canada for PR? So what all modules? There are 4 modules which are required: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Compréhension écrite, compréhension orale, expression écrite, expression orale. Voilà. 4 sections are compulsory for that. Would there be any batch in the morning? No, Eben, there is no batch in the morning. These are the only timings possible. But if there is any particular day which does not suit you, anything like that, then in that case you can you can watch the recordings any day if you miss. Sachin also asks the same question. Are there any batch for the morning? No, dear. The days and the timings, they are fixed, because we are already done with about, I think, 60 to 65% of the enrollments are already done. So we cannot change the timings now. Can we pay the fees in 2 installments? I've already answered. I am already at B1 level and received the same in TEF examination December, but I require guidance because I'm lacking somewhere. Can I join your live course? Shweta, if you are already at a certain level, B1, okay, you can join the course, but since all the students who are there in the batch, they're absolutely novice to the language, I'll have to start from beginning only. That is up to you. You want to join or not, but we will start from very, very beginning. So that's up to you whether you want to, repeat the things or not. Okay. Next, Hiren. TEF is applicable in Quebec too. TEF is applicable in Quebec too. If you appear for TEF Canada, then it is applicable to all the provinces. However, if you appear for TEFAC, then that is applicable only to Quebec region. Okay. Next is TEF versus TEFAC, difficulty level and curriculum. Difficulty wise, both are same in the sense, if you appear for TEF Canadian examination, then there are 4 modules to appear for: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. However, if you appear for TEFAC, then 2 modules are compulsory, which are listening and speaking. But difficulty wise, both are same. Okay. Can we appear directly for higher level of DELF, or do we have to clear the lower level first? No, dear. You can, it's not like that you have to appear for DELF A1 first and only then you can appear for DELF A2. No, you can appear for, DELF A2 directly. You can appear for DELF B1 also. You can appear for DELF B2 also directly. Nothing like that. And you can also appear for 2 levels side by side also. Like, for example, how does it happen? DELF examination, generally it starts on a Monday. So on Monday, DELF A1. On Tuesday, DELF A2. Wednesday, DELF B1. Thursday, DELF B2, and likewise. Okay. So let's say today is Monday, you appeared for DELF A1. Tomorrow you can appear for DELF A2 also. It can be like that also. Or if you want to appear for DELF A2 directly, you can do that as well. So if you have a degree of DELF A2 in your hand, nobody asks you that have you cleared your DELF A1. Always your higher degree is counted. The next, DELF valid for Canada immigration. No, dear. DELF and DALF are not valid for Canadian immigration. For your Canadian immigration, the exam which is valid is TEF, not DELF. Okay. Is this September course training same for TEF? So September course training is for TEF. However, we say that we prepare you for DELF as well, because once you are preparing for TEF, you are simultaneously you're preparing yourself for DELF as well. So once I'm done with A1 course, then I make you solve the questions for DELF A1 as well. Once you are done with A2 course with me, then I make you solve the questions for DELF A2 as well. But principally, I would say that this batch is for TEF, not for DELF. Okay. The next is for prerequisite course, how much time daily would be required? Gagan, I cannot say how much time daily would be required, but I think 2 hours daily would be good enough. That's just a random answer that I'm giving you. That really depends from person to person, upon your catching speed, upon your how quickly do you remember things. All these things count. How many seats are left? I told you we are done with about 60%. I'm not sure. I've not had a word with Megha in that case, but I think we have done about 60%. The last she told me that we have done about 60% of the enrollments till now. If at all we do not clear in the first attempt, then do you help for the next attempt? No, dear. We provide you the training. This is a one-time fees that you pay. This is not for, because we keep limited number of students in the batch. So we cannot, go on and on and on. So this is just for one time. Will you take all the live classes for the full TEF course? Yes, Lokesh. This is, for teaching, I am the only one who takes classes. Nobody else does that. All the back-end work, that is managed by Megha. Next question. I have joined late, so do we need to clear A1, A2, B1, B2, C1? After that, do we need to finally appear for TEF? Renu, your question is quite elaborated. I would say the recording to this webinar would be available to you tomorrow morning. So you can watch the recording, because I'll have to go back again to the slide to explain you. But just to tell you in short, I would say DELF has different levels: DELF A1, DELF A2, DELF B1, DELF B2, like that. But TEF is one single examination for all the levels. According to the type of questions you attempt, they reward you your level. Okay. Is there any other link for paying in installments? Yes, dear Shweta. In case you are thinking to pay in installments, you will have to contact. I'll drop my WhatsApp number over here. I've dropped my WhatsApp number in the chat. You can contact Megha on the same number. In case you're paying an installment, in that case, this link would not work. In that case, you will have to make an NEFT. So for that, she will provide you my bank account details. Okay. When does the next batch start? Excluding 26 September. The next batch, I think, would be in the year 2022 only, or maybe by December 2021. I am not sure as of now. We have not planned for that. Okay. Will I get access to the study material forever? No, Fuzia. I told you for these 3 courses and for this course, the access would be there till the time you're the part of the batch. However, the recordings of your present batch will be there for you till 1 year. It is not for forever. The next question is, I want to appear for TEF exam and you said that you need to complete 2 courses before starting the batch. What are those? Wish you have already you've already registered with us. I'm not sure. What I was saying was, when you register with us, when you pay the fees, when you register with us, we provide you with these 3 courses and also 1 course, which is the past batch recordings. So before the live classes begin, you need to do this course and this course thoroughly. This is a prerequisite before joining the live class, before the starting of the live batch. This is what I was saying. The next question is, TEF or TCF, which one to choose? Charu, you can choose any. Both examinations have same goal, same purpose. That depends upon you. Okay. Will you be taking live classes? I already told you. Yes, I will be the one who will be taking all the classes. Please tell something about the success rates of previous batch who got CLB 7. So Sachin, in our fast track courses, our success rate is about 55% to 60%. In our live batches, in our fast track courses, because not all of the people are able to catch up the speed, or maybe there are some people who have to drop out because of medical reasons. There are any XYZ. There are so many reasons, but there is one video which we have uploaded on our YouTube channel, that is for Rajiv Magnani. This is one of the success stories. He was the part of TEF August 2020 batch. And he recently cleared the examination with us. He has basically given a lot of tips and tricks for students who are appearing for the examination. And also, we cannot upload all the success stories on YouTube. So what we did was, from our present students, we asked them that what are your questions generally, and I asked him all the questions and he has replied to all the questions. So these are all the questions which I've asked from a student point of view, all the questions which come into your mind. Okay, you can go and watch this recording. Apart from that, the student feedback, the success stories, all of them we keep on uploading on our Instagram page. We keep on uploading as YouTube stories also, on our WhatsApp stories as well. We keep on uploading. You can have a look. You can save our number. You can have a look on that. Is there any specific doubt clearing class? If not, how can we contact you to clear the doubt apart from the live sessions? Vipin, generally I clear them in the live sessions only. Whenever I start with any of the live classes, I usually ask you in the beginning, do you have any problems? I prefer to solve them in the class. So anything apart from that, if you have any doubt, if you want to talk to me personally, because WhatsApp number is not handled by me, so I do not look at those messages. So if you want to talk to me personally, in that case you can drop an email, because email or my official email ID, I'll just type here. It's learnfrenchbysukita@gmail.com. Okay, so the next question, how many corrections and feedback would be there for writing and speaking? One speaking question would be there. One dialogue. Each group would be there for 1 week per week, and one writing task would be assigned per week. One writing task per week and one speaking task per week. Apart from that, yeah, I've answered. Which one is easier? Neha says, which one is easier, TEF or TCF? Dear, both of them have same goal, same purpose, same difficulty level. Everything is same. Okay. Is language a barrier? I'm comfortable in English, but not much fluent. Is it going to affect learning French? Neelam, I say that, I'm saying over here, in the same way I teach in the class, because there are certain students who do not understand Hindi. So I have to teach in English only, and I'm comfortable teaching in English only. So I teach in simple English, not that hi-fi. Which one is best for freshers? Sayed is asking which one is best for fresher. Please elaborate your question. I did not understand. Which one is best for fresher in what sense? Which course are you referring to? Okay, this one I've already answered, Renu. How many people are there in the batch? So approximately 50 people are going to be there in the batch. Yeah, so Ravi, I've already cleared this thing that in our fast track batches, generally the success rate is about 55 to 60%. Okay, we do not offer trial classes, but yes, for if you want to have a free preview, then you can go to our website, which is learnfrenchbysushita.com. Go here, go to this particular course, and here the first class is a free preview. You can watch this as a demo. Otherwise, we do not offer any trial classes. Whether paid, whether unpaid, we do not offer any kind of trial classes. But everything is quite clear. Everything is transparent. Total, how many students you have in a batch? Approximately 50. I've already cleared Sachin this question. Can you shed some light on doubt clearing sessions, Vicky? I did not understand doubt clearing sessions. I usually clear all your doubts in the live sessions only. In the beginning, I ask you that if you have any doubts, you can ask me, or else you can drop me an email too. I looked at the recorded courses which are there for TEF, where I can see that you have certain books which you provide. Are those the only books, or there are other books which will we get access to? No, Vipin, in that case, we provide you with other books too. When I move in, let's say, class 1, class 2, class 3, as we move, I recommend you different books. Okay. The next thing is, which course do I need to enroll if I want to prepare for DELF? If you want to prepare for your DELF, then Hiren, you can go for this course also. Because for DELF, as such, I do not give the live training. So you can go for this course. This is a very good course. In this course, you have two kind of videos. You have videos wherein I'm teaching on the board. And secondly, you also have the videos of my live classroom recordings. All these videos are live classroom recordings. So you have PDFs, you have sample papers, you have listening exercises, multiple things are there. So this course is very good if you're preparing for your DELF. Please help me with the books recommend so that I can purchase hard copy too. Fuzia, if you have enrolled with us, then of course you can ask Megha for that. And I think all the people who have enrolled with us till now, we have still not told them for the books. We have still not told them, because right now you have time till 26th of September. We'll forward you the details for the books to purchase. By when will the batch end? The one which starts in September. So 26 September, 26 October, November, December, January, February, somewhere in end of March. Somewhere in the end of March. I cannot be really sure on the date, because we end the classes only when I feel that, I've covered each and everything. Have been taking the beginners course, just wanted to understand, as this is a new language and various verb conjugations are different. So wanted to understand if have to by heart all this before live classes. See, Gagan, I would be starting from very beginning. Okay, if I talk about these two courses, this particular course, this thing I do not cover in my live classes at all. Okay, but all these things I'm going to cover from very beginning. But since I do them in a fast-paced manner, I recommend that you do it in advance. Once you are done it in advance, it becomes easier for you to catch in the class. But otherwise, conjugation, each and everything, I'm going to start from very beginning. It's not like that, if I'm saying that these two courses are prerequisite, then I'm not going to start from beginning. I'm going to start from beginning only. Okay. But yes, conjugations have to be learned by heart. Apart from that, how many students are there in the new batch? I've already answered. I already completed A2 level. Can I join your batch starting from B2 level? No, dear. It is not possible. You will have to start the batch from beginning only. We do not allow anyone in the in middle. In the ongoing batches, we do not apply. And we do not offer any kinds of discount. Already, if you're paying for the live classes, we are already providing you so much. 3 courses you're getting 19,997. You're getting 1 course you're getting for 20,000, all the past batch recordings, and 1 course you're also getting. Apart from this, you're also getting 1 more course, which will be the recordings of your present batch. So there are no discounts possible at all. Okay. The next question is Rimakshi. If we join the course from 26 September, how do we go about and prepare ourselves for the basic course that takes 1 month before the actual onset of classes? I told you, Rimakshi, we'll provide you the access to all these courses. The moment you pay, let's say you pay right now, we'll provide you the access to all the courses right now. You have to watch the video sequentially. It's just that. Okay. Which one is the most difficult module according to you, Suchita? Neelam, that's a very subjective question. That really depends from student to student. A student who feels that I'm really good at reading, it might be possible for him or her, speaking is the most difficult one. The person who can speak well, it might be possible written task is the one which is the most difficult for him or her. So that really, it's a subjective question for a student. Therefore, TCF, which one best for fresher? Both of them are same. Both of them have same purpose, same goal. Everything is same. With 50 students, will it be easier for each student to ask our questions and clarify doubts in 2 hours? Yes, Shweta. It is not the first time that I'm taking this batch. We keep on organizing, these kind of batches every 3 months, every 4 months. And in every batch, we have got 45 students, 50 students, 55 students, like that. Okay. After completion of the course in March, for example, how long do you recommend self-study before you appear for the TEF exam? Again, I would say that's a subjective question, but usually if you are very regular in my classes, if you submit all your write-ups, if you do all the tasks that I assign you, apart from that, I think 2 to 3 months more of your self-study and you're good to go. Do you think, do you know if there is any examination center for TCF in Pune? You have Alliance Process the Pune. I'm sure you have Alliance Process the Pune. Just contact their front desk. Ask them, do they conduct TEF examinations or not? Okay. Gagan is asking, I'm also using Duolingo app for practice. Any other app you recommend? No, dear, not like that. I cannot recommend any app as such. The only thing I say is do these 2 courses. Okay. With 50 students in a class, does each student get a chance to express themselves? Yes, Ravi. For that only, we have started taking 1 more speaking class, which was not there previously. Doubt clearing, everything, every single thing is taken care of. Okay. Again, the next thing is, as the batch will start from 26 September and considering 6 months period, it will be finished near March. Can you please tell what were you allocating the next 2 months for? Dear, then I do not allocate the things. Then it is your self-study. I do everything in 5 to 6 months. 5 months, 6 months, 5 months we say, but 5.5 months, 6 months, whatever time is it. Yeah, so I do each and everything with you. After that, I will not be assigning you anything. Okay. Is TEF, TCF computer-based or paper-based? Sachin, that depends from center to center. But earlier it was pen and paper-based, but these days they have started taking ETEF, which is computer-based examination. Okay. So yes, all the examinations, LSRW, they are on 1 day only. Okay. Yeah, so I think I've cleared all your doubts till here. Any other doubt, you can reach Megha. I'll again drop my WhatsApp number. It's 8920060461. You can ask Megha for any kind of doubt, any kind of query. And also, if you want NEFT details, bank details, you can reach out to her. Do you recommend paper-based or computer-based if both the options are recommended? That really depends. See, marking-wise, both are okay. But that depends whether you are comfortable more in writing or more in typing. Okay, these days, whatever, I mean, the centers which I know, they do not take pen and paper based. You do not have an option. You have the option of only computer based, as far as I know. Okay. So I think I've cleared all your doubts. That's it for today. Thank you so much for being there. And the recording for this session would be available tomorrow morning. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.